In the heart of Pakistan's Balochistan province, where the sun scorches the sand by day and silence rules the desert by night, there was a legend, one no one dared to believe. Buried beneath the vast sea of sand, hidden from history and swallowed by time, was said to be an ancient city, Zireen. A city of wisdom, light, and curses. Most dismissed it as folklore. But not Ayaan Qureshi. Magnifying glass tilted left, the obsession begins. Ayaan was a 32-year-old archaeologist from Lahore, known for chasing myths that others mocked. He wasn't in it for fame or riches. He was chasing truth. And Zireen had haunted his dreams for years. After nearly a decade of failed leads, fake scrolls, and government red tape, he finally found something, a crumbling letter written in 1912 by a British surveyor, locked in a private London archive. It spoke of strange ruins, glowing stones, and a voice in the sand that drove men mad. Attached was a map fragment, hand-drawn, burnt at the edges. Ayaan smiled. It's real. Compass journey into the unknown. 3 weeks later, Ayaan found himself in the middle of the Dashti Kavir Desert, miles from the nearest road, with only a local guide named Murad, 3 camels, and his backpack of tools. I still say this is cursed land, Murad muttered, sipping water under the burning sun. Even the wind avoids this place. Ayaan chuckled. Then maybe the truth is finally close. They followed the map for hours, until Murad stopped. What's wrong? Ayaan asked. Murad pointed to a rocky rise ahead. This is where the last caravan disappeared. They pressed on. As they climbed the rocks, Ayaan noticed something strange. Perfectly circular carvings on the stone surface. Not erosion. Not random. Designed. Suddenly, the ground gave way beneath Ayaan's feet. He screamed and disappeared into darkness. Pick the discovery. When Ayaan woke, he was lying in a stone tunnel, cool and echoing. His head throbbed, but nothing was broken. He turned on his flashlight. The walls were covered in symbols, spirals, eyes, suns, and strange figures with crowns and staffs. The architecture was nothing like Harappan or Mesopotamian. It was something older. He pulled out his journal and began sketching. Murad's voice echoed faintly from above. Ayaan, are you alive? I'm inside something, he shouted back. I think I've found it. Candled deeper into darkness. Using his climbing rope, Ayaan descended further into the structure. The tunnel led to a vast underground hall, held up by towering stone pillars. At the center of the hall stood a statue, a woman with wings, her eyes closed, one hand pointing forward, the other holding a flame. Underneath it, a phrase carved in glowing letters. To awaken the city, silence your mind. Ayaan whispered, this is a ritual site. He sat beneath the statue and closed his eyes. Nothing. But then, a low hum filled the air. The floor beneath him began to shift. Stones rearranged like gears, revealing a hidden staircase spiraling downward. Ayaan's heart pounded. This was it. Brick echoes of Zireen. As he descended, he noticed the air growing warmer and the walls breathing. Every step echoed as if the city itself was alive, listening. At the base of the stairs, he stepped into a chamber so massive it stretched beyond the reach of his flashlight. Murals covered the walls, stories and pictures. A civilization rising from the sand. People harnessing strange, glowing energy. A great war. And finally, darkness swallowing everything. Then he saw it, a map carved into the wall, the city layout. At its center, a massive circle labeled only in ancient glyphs. He took a picture and muttered, this is history rewriting itself. Puprints not alone. Suddenly he heard something. Scratching. Then a whisper. He froze. Murad, he called. No reply. The scratching grew louder, then stopped. When he turned, he saw footprints in the dust, barefoot, but not human. 3-toed, heavy, leading deeper into the city. Ayaan wanted to run, but the historian in him had waited his whole life for this. He followed. Amphra, the Library of Light. The footprints led him to a chamber filled with crystals, hanging from the ceiling like chandeliers, glowing faintly. Beneath them, hundreds of stone tablets arranged like bookshelves. Each tablet had markings, some even depicting star charts and mechanical devices. "This is the library," Ayaan whispered. "A library buried for 5,000 years. He touched one tablet, and it lit up. The symbols rearranged themselves, forming pictures he could understand. A meteor crashing to Earth. Beings arriving in light. Teaching humans knowledge. Building the city of Zireen as a sanctuary. It wasn't just a city. It was a beacon. Warning, the warning." Then the lights flickered. A different tablet activated itself. This one showed chaos, fire in the sky, people screaming, the winged statue crying black tears. And a line appeared beneath. "The knowledge must never leave. What we buried must remain buried, or the sky will fall again." A chill ran through Ayaan's spine. This was a warning. Tornado storm approaches. Above ground, Murad saw the skies shift, dark clouds rolling over the desert. A sandstorm was building, fast and violent. He shouted into the hole, "Ayaan, we must go." But Ayaan didn't hear him. He was staring at a massive stone door at the far end of the hall. Something pulled him toward it, an invisible force. His hand moved to the center, where a golden palm print was carved. He placed his hand against it. The door began to open. Light spilled through, bright, unnatural light, and a sound echoed from within. Breathing. Ayaan took a deep breath as the heavy stone door closed behind him with a thundering clang. He was now completely sealed inside the lost city beneath the desert, Zireen, the ancient civilization no one believed existed. The air was thick, warm, and strangely electric. His flashlight flickered as he moved through the colossal underground corridor, its walls covered with glowing carvings of a forgotten language. He whispered, "What is this place?" Suddenly, the carvings shimmered. A gentle hum filled the air. The city was awakening. Funeral urn, the chamber of eyes. Ayaan entered a massive circular chamber with stone statues lining the walls. Each had emeralds embedded in their eyes, and all of them seemed to be watching him. In the center, a pedestal stood with a single golden tablet. As he approached, a low mechanical sound rumbled. One statue's head turned toward him. He froze. Then another turned. And another. Suddenly, he remembered the warning from the map's back. Only the truthful heart shall pass through the chamber of eyes. He slowly stepped back, raising his hands. "I'm not here to steal," he said aloud. "I only want to learn." A sudden click echoed. The statue stopped. A soft light beamed from the ceiling and illuminated a hidden door. Puzzle piece, the puzzle of flames. Beyond the chamber lay a hallway lined with 6 braziers. Each held a different colored flame: red, blue, green, white, black, and gold. At the end of the hall was a locked gate with an ancient riddle. From the sky and sea, truth and time, only one flame shall let you climb. Ayaan thought carefully. Red equals fire. Blue equals sea. Green equals earth. White equals purity. Black equals void.
Gold equals time.
Truth and time. It has to be gold. He stepped toward the golden flame. Just as he touched it with a nearby torch, all other flames vanished, and the gate slowly opened. He smiled. Still got it. Snake the Guardian awakes. The gate opened into a cathedral-sized chamber. At its center, a giant stone sarcophagus covered in gold and jewels. Around it, symbols of snakes, eyes, suns, and stars. As Ayaan stepped closer, he noticed an inscription. "Here sleeps the first king of Zireen. Disturb him not, or face eternal darkness." But the moment his foot touched the final step, the ground rumbled. The sarcophagus cracked. A massive serpent-like creature, 20 feet long with glowing emerald eyes, slithered out. It wasn't a snake. It was something else. Something not of this world. Ayaan ran. Person running the escape. The beast chased him through the crumbling city. Every wall he passed lit up with carvings of war, betrayal, and an ancient curse placed upon the people of Zireen. He now understood. The city was buried not by time, but by force, a punishment for awakening a power they could not control. He sprinted through the flaming puzzle hall, the beast behind him screeching in ancient tongues. Back through the chamber of eyes, the statues now glowing with blue fire. Finally, he reached the final gate, now sealed. But he remembered. The tablet. He turned and sprinted back, snatching the golden tablet from the pedestal. The statue's eyes all flashed red. The ground split open. Shield, the final choice. Just as the creature lunged toward him, Ayaan raised the tablet. It glowed, sending out a pulse of golden light that froze the beast midair. Then a voice echoed, not aloud, but inside his mind. You have faced fear without greed. You have taken knowledge, not treasure. You may leave, but the truth stays with you. The sarcophagus reformed. The walls of the city began to close in. A narrow stairway of light opened behind him.
He ran.
Sunrise over mountains back to the surface. Ayaan burst through the sand into the night desert sky, gasping for air. The moon shone above. The sandstorm had cleared. He looked back. The entrance was gone. Only the silence of the desert remained. In his backpack, the golden tablet. In his mind, the entire story of Zireen. Memo 1 year later. Ayaan stood at the stage of an international archaeology conference in London. Behind him, a photo of the tablet. A few in the audience whispered. Others laughed in disbelief. Ladies and gentlemen, Ayaan said, I don't expect you to believe me. I only ask you to look at the symbols and listen. He pressed play on a recording, ancient chants from deep beneath the earth. The room fell silent. The screen behind him glowed suddenly. One symbol lit up. The same one from his dreams.